Gross Brigade. They're attacking Scotts and Featherston's down here. And Gross's Brigade, there's some trenches to your left, right there, barely visible. They're swinging down through here. But Gross's Brigade of Kimball's division is attacking, and we have a gentleman on the bus that was just relevant attacking here.
They're asking you to use the mic.
Please. I'm sorry.
1, 2, 3, what's that?
Kimball's division is attacking against Lawrence's division here. Gross's Brigade, we have an individual on the bus as well that was attacking through here with Gross's Brigade of Kimball's division. Okay. We don't want to take a left here. We will keep on going straight. The Bradford house, where it used to sit, I'll show you in a moment. That's just where Mary Bradford ran out here from her house to encourage the troops of Johnson's division. That would be on the right of Lawrence. And she's noted in General Hood's official report. Mary Bradford. She is a very attractive woman as well. Why did I say that? I don't know. And I believe when we come up to this next light, Rick, around this bend, we're going to take a left. Let me make sure right up here. I think this says the red and white. Yes, take a left here. Let's hope we don't get lost again. Beside the Bells Bend area, yes sir, this would be the western area of the main battle of the first day, beside Bells Bend, and that area from here to Bells Bend, Bellmead Mansion. Now, right up on this rise, Rick, we get right past these stone walls. Yes, these are pre-Civil War stone walls. See that big tree in that monument? We're going to take a left right there. We were on that overpass where we got off. That overpass, just in this next rise, I'll explain when we get off. And then we'll pull in by that white car or somewhere. And you don't have to pull straight. Whatever, you're the professional. Do whatever you want to do.
We come back out this way.
We'll play that right here. Maybe not. Yes, we will somehow, but whatever. Okay. The battle of Nashville, and viewed this. The Confederate trenches were just on that overpass to your left, on that high rise. When they were building this 440, archaeologists got in there. The Confederates were digging holes inside the trenches. They were making fires in there. And they found all types of corn and whatever, a chalkboard, writing out distances for the artillery. And they were ordered not to have fires, but they disobeyed. Who wouldn't? And I'll explain this monument when we get around it. Clay, you've been here, right? Right. And Maurice, you've been here too? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm bad.
Where's the gentleman with the relative in the battle, Gross's Brigade? You're with Gross's Brigade?
Yes.
That tree was here during the battle, witness tree, and you know that's the last known witness of the battle of Nashville, at least here, right here at least.
I'll take a couple when you get
In a second, we'll move closer, please. In a minute, we'll move closer. I don't want to mess up the photograph.
He attacked.
This part of the forces was there for World War I.
Well, no, it's not for World War I, although some say they were trying to do it for both sides, but I mean for all wars, but really, that's Federal and Confederate, the horses. Folks, if you'd like to move up closer, you don't have to. Now, first of all, look at the two horses. That is for Federal soldiers and Confederate soldiers. This is dedicated for both sides. And that boy in the center is depicting youth as well. You see the banner up above it, Unity. This was dedicated on Armistice Day of either 1926 or 27. I think 26. But that means my daddy was 27, so my daddy was 2 years old when this was dedicated. And it was on the Franklin Road where it was dedicated, but then the interstates were built. Nobody could get to it. So they rededicated this in June of 1999. I was here as a reenactor. It was hotter than Hades. And I can't believe it was 15 years ago. 15 years ago. Herbert Harper, God rest his soul, had a historical commission for 40 some odd years. A fine, wonderful man, a father figure to me. He passed away in 07, but he was here among others. But the quote that's from an unknown source is over here that I'll recite. O valiant grave, in the grave of your fate, O glorious blue and the long dead years, you were sown in sorrow and harrowed in hate, but your harvest today is the nation's tears. For the message you left through the land has sped from the lips of God to the heart of man. Let the past be past, let the dead be dead, now and forever, Americans. And on the other side, it notes how it was dedicated and who sculpted it. The sculptor was Gustave Giuseppe, who was an Italian sculptor. And those horses are from Austrian cannons that were captured in World War I and melted down and blah, blah, blah. This is the only monument in the Battle of Nashville, and I think it's appropriate, it's dedicated to both sides here. Once again, the Confederate trench line was just on that high-rise ridge there. Across that ridge will be Sunnyside. It's not open for tours, but it's a antebellum home, and that was no man's land because the Federal trenches were just about a mile that way. No man's land. I'll explain what happened on to that no man's land, and then part of the first day fighting through there as well. But I thought it was important to bring you here. Only two of the group has viewed this. Four. So whatever, 4 or 5 of you of the 36 have seen this monument. So
was there any action over at Belmont Mansion?
No, that was Wood's headquarters before the battle, and Stanley was there. Belmont Mansion. Stanley was there wounded for about 3 days. By the way, David Stanley was wounded at Franklin. I think it's okay to stand here. And he was at Belmont, and he said at Belmont, he said, I visited Franklin before the war. I got in 3 fights in one night. It was a fighting town then, and by God, it's a fighting town now. And some say Franklin is still a fighting town. They'll fight about bubbles that are coming from a store out there. They raise hell about bubbles. All about that. They fight a lot. Oh, well, whatever. Whatever.
So, again, where Vanderbilt is, there was nothing over in that area?
No, but trenches were there, going through what those grounds where Vanderbilt was. Okay. Inner trench lines, Federal, that were built, yes, during the war. And they found, I know somebody found a breastplate over there and some artifacts over there, yes, but no fighting was there. The Confederates could hear the clocks ticking, not ticking, but chiming. They could hear the church bells ringing. They were that close to Nashville. Lieutenant Cooper had family in Nashville. Some of the family members would get through the lines and bring them food, and obviously some were getting through the lines to tell Hood what was going on. Hood knew when they were going to attack. He knew when they were going to attack on the 7th, but they didn't attack. He knew when they were going to attack on the 15th. He knew. And so he had plenty of information coming in from citizens of Nashville. Citizens of Nashville. I'll get out of the way, give you 5 minutes to do whatever, and then we'll mount up. Well, we hadn't got lost yet. 3 times. I'm on a roll.
You know, when we were here 17 years ago, we saw that and we
It was taller.
it was taller.
Yes. They don't know who the 70.
Looks like it has a lightning.
That's where they went on higher than that. Yes, went on higher than that. That's an 80 for that. That's what we don't have. We look at that. That's an 80 for what they Yes, yes.
There was something on top of it.
Yes, yes, another steep one. Yeah. On the little boys. It's not replicated. This is what was dedicated over there, but there was steeple going higher above it. That, yeah, and the tornado knocked that off. No more snow. Just that steeple and stuff. The tornado knocked that off. Yes, something like that. Yes. Yeah. Because Kentucky got it. You know, and people killed. I remember that because I went out in my backyard the next morning, and there was a jet in my backyard. It was from Kentucky. And I can't remember where it was from.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Louisville. What Louisville?
Still got it?
We don't know. When I was trying to say,
My jacket.
I'm guessing it's Confederate trench line about 3/4 of a mile away or so would be the Federal trench line. Well, the next rise to your right is Sunnyside, right up here. And so, let me not run my mouth too much here. We're going to take a right at this light. I've never brought a bus in here, but I'm sure we can get in. Take a right here. Two fine dogs right there. There's a dog story right here in this low area. No man's land. Federal trench line, that next rise, Confederate behind us. And what are soldiers going to do when they don't have to kill each other? Talk, trade, and whatever. It's stupid to shoot at each other. It's not going to change the war. I'll explain more, and then take a right into there. This car would slow down a little bit. All right. I don't know where you'd like to park. You think?
And come back out this way.
I believe so.
Draw off.